What's going on, Seawolves? You're watching USG Hot Takes. I'm your host, AT Bianco. And today, our guests are Liz Pulver and Jordan Gels from the Stony Brook women's volleyball team. Ladies, thank you for joining us today.
No problem.
So first, I have to ask, how are you two with hot foods?
It's been a journey for me.
Okay.
We're getting better at it, but it's going to be rough probably.
I love hot food. I'm not really quite sure if I like this hot of food, but spicy food, hot sauce and everything, good to go.
Okay,
So.
sounds good. So before we start, there's a garbage can behind you guys, so once you take a bite, you can just toss it right behind you. There's napkins, celery, blue cheese from our very own Colin Art. So thank you, Colin Art, for providing us with our wings. So you guys ready to get started?
Oh yeah,
Awesome.
Let's
All
do
right.
it.
Cheers it up here. Cheers, cheers, one bite. So, first off, where are you girls from? What year are you, and what's your majors?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm from Southern California. Originally, I'm a senior, and I'm a journalism major here on the broadcast track.
It's very interesting.
Yes.
How long have you wanted to do journalism for?
Since I was in 8th grade, actually.
Really?
So yeah, when I was in middle school, we had a school news program. So I was like, oh, let me join. That looks fun. And I started doing it. I was like, oh wait, I really like being on camera and doing all this stuff and like producing and what. I was like, oh, I want to be an anchor. And then as I got older, I actually really started to love video a lot. So now here, I don't necessarily want to go into regular news, but more video creation and things like that. But it's been a dream for a really long time of mine.
That's awesome.
Definitely.
That's very exciting to hear. How about you?
I am also a senior. We're both outside hitters on the volleyball team. And I am a chemical engineering major with a specialization in business.
Okay, wow. So what do you want to do with that? That's the best reaction I've ever had.
If anyone knows me, trying to figure out what I want to do with my life has been like the greatest journey ever. I thought I wanted to be a doctor, so I was pre-med coming in, and I have finished all the pre-med classes as well. And then last year I was like, 8 more years of school, that's a lot. I don't know.
You finished all the pre-med classes?
I sure did. I did.
As a student athlete?
I did. I made my life really difficult for no reason at all. Yeah, so then I did that, and I was like, I don't really want to do school anymore. So I was like, all right, let's not do that. And my chemical engineering classes, they're fine, but not that interesting. So I'm actually taking actuary exams right now.
Okay.
And that is the route I'm going to try and take.
So in terms of that class, what do you see for yourself in that career path, after graduation?
So actuaries are risk management. So they can work for insurance companies and trying to figure out policy rates and stuff like that. Or you can work for financials and a company is trying to make a big decision and you analyze the risk for that decision and then basically tell them yes or no. So
Awesome.
Gotta make the big decisions.
That's interesting. So where are you from?
I'm from Ohio.
Ohio.
Yes.
Whereabouts?
Outskirts of Columbus, suburbs. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any favorite Ohio teams?
Ohio State is...
Okay. Go Buckeyes?
Yes. I grew up 20 minutes from campus. I had a onesie on as an infant. That was Ohio State. Yeah.
Wow.
I watch the football games every Saturday. It's a... Yeah.
Quite the experience.
It is.
That's awesome. All right. So you guys ready to get into the second sauce?
Let's do this thing.
All right. So this one's called ghost pepper blueberry sauce. So,
Okay.
cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. So, what has it been like being a student athlete, and how fun is it to have a huge family atmosphere with your team?
You want to start? You want me to start?
Sorry,
There's a reaction right there.
Can you ask that question again?
Okay,
Sorry.
yeah,
I
of course.
checked it a little bit.
So, what has it been like being a student athlete at Stony Brook, and how fun is it to have a huge family atmosphere with your team?
Okay, I can start with this one.
Okay.
So being a student athlete at Stony Brook is one of the best experiences because I can compare it to some things because my club team, a bunch of them went D1 as well at different schools, and so I've been able to talk to them and compare our experiences, and Stony Brook is one of the only places that actually has all the student athletes know each other. You say hi if you see they have the backpack on, everyone's there for you. Everyone goes to each other's games. You have friends from multiple teams and you'll see them out, and it's it's the greatest thing because it's like you go so far away from home, and it's nice that like you can have a family here. And so I don't know, I've loved it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely been like the best experience. Like kind of what you said, like coming from so far away and not knowing anyone and instantly coming to this family environment. Like it truly is, because in the grand scheme of things, the athletic department is pretty small compared to the rest of campus.
Right.
So it's definitely like a really tight knit group. I think our team in particular, like when you put 16 girls in a room, typically they aren't all gonna like each other, but like genuinely, like they're my best friends.
That's awesome.
And it's so unique. I feel like, especially same thing, like talking to my friends who go to other schools, you don't hear about that a lot. But our team is
like,
so
drama
close.
on teams half the time.
Yeah, and we don't really have any. And I
Yeah.
think honestly that's what's helped us be so successful. Like, you know, we've won championships the last 2 years, and I truly think that our culture and like we really like ride or die. Like we ride or die for each other. I think that is what has allowed us to be so successful. So it's definitely something super special to be a part of. It has really made my Stony Brook experience what it is, and has made it so great.
Now, how big a role does your head coach play in that family atmosphere?
A
Because
huge
you guys
role.
all seem very close.
Yeah, we are. Well, especially our senior class is 6 people, so it's a pretty large class for volleyball. We started out with a different coach freshman year, and it was messy,
Yes.
to say the least. But our new coach came in spring of our freshman year, and she's amazing. Like she just really preaches that like you love each other above all else, and like I really do believe like if you have better team chemistry and everyone on the team is playing for each other and you have maybe a little bit less talent, you will still win. Like I think that's so important, and she really emphasizes it and like cares about us as like human beings, not just like, oh, I need you to like do XYZ on the court, and if you can't do that, then I don't like whatever, you know what I mean? Like she cares about like how your academics are going, like are you healthy, like all of it. And so I think it helps.
Yeah, like we've really kind of seen, you know, the two sides of the spectrum, having 2 different coaches in our career here, and Bells is really like honestly made my Stony Brook experience so incredible because she does care about us, and she also isn't like all talk. She practices what she preaches. Like you'll see a lot of times different coaches will be like, oh, you have to be there for each other or whatnot, and then they kind of like go off and do their own thing. Like if she's saying something, she's doing it too. And she's really just like instilled that culture in us. And for volleyball wise, like she's a great technical trainer, I think, and you don't see that a lot in college coaches where they actually break down the technique and like make you a better player. But Belle's like, our practices are so technical and so based on like our system and all these different things. So yeah, she's really incredible, and we're so blessed to have her, I think.
That's awesome to hear, and it sounds like she pays attention to detail, which helps you guys win those championships as well.
Notices
100%.
everything.
Everything.
So she's watching. Shout out.
Shout out, Bells. Love you.
So you guys ready to get to the third sauce?
Oh baby, here we
All
go.
right. So this one's called Pain is Good.
Love that.
All right, so good luck, this guy. You guys can see the picture here.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he looks like he's from the Sandlot.
It's a good one.
Fantastic.
Right,
Very
so
sauced up.
here. Cheers. Cheers. Very sauced up. Ooh, I'm gonna regret that second bite. So, how's your season been, and what growth have you seen in terms of this year's new teammates?
Okay. You want a snack real quick?
You gotta take a milk
This-
break if you need.
Yeah, I might need
That one, I didn't think that was too
It
bad.
kind of hit me. Mine, like I said, it was sauced up.
Hashtag sauced up.
No, this season has been very, very, very interesting. I don't know. We battled a lot of injuries in the spring, so we have a lot of people, important players coming back from injury. And then we graduated 2 of our biggest players last year, so we had to fill those positions. So yeah, they're like, even though we had a lot of returners, we did have a lot of like new roles on the court, and I think the biggest challenge this year was I feel like our class and the class above us, and like everyone had like their own kind of like niche and personality, and like like the culture hasn't totally changed, but it's like the younger girls, like they're like a little bit different than us, and it was like hard to like mesh our personalities and everything together.
Right.
So that like took a little bit longer to like get into the flow of things this year. But I think we kind of settled in, and we've been doing better in conference. So I mean, I think we're like 500 in conference, and we're going to the tournament in 2 weeks, or not this weekend, but next weekend.
So what's the date of that?
Next weekend. So let's say the 15th. So the 22nd.
The
Yeah.
22nd.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully we win.
Yeah. I think this season has definitely been a huge growth year for us. It's like just like within like how we're playing. Like early on in preseason, we did not have the hottest start. We played a lot of big teams, and I think we were a little bit in over our heads, and I think kind of intimidated playing these big teams like Washington State, Florida State, Iowa, like these Power 5 teams, and you're like, oh God, like
right.
you're 6'5".
Literally.
And so I think it was honest a little bit of a hit to our confidence at first when you're having these losses early on. But I think we've come out of that stronger and really focused on like building our own identity. Every year our team, we have like a little mantra. So it's been make waves, it was swarm. This year it's bricks. And what bricks means is we're all like pieces of building this powerhouse. And if every day you can lay your own individual brick, eventually they'll all stack on top of each other and become this powerhouse. So I think we really embodied that mentality a lot more since our preseason when we kind of had those losses, and now we're just really focusing on, okay, how can I be the best volleyball player for my team today? And I think we've really seen a big transformation in our discipline, our system, our skill, and it's honestly like loving each other on the court. That was kind of a struggle for us this year at first, like in terms of giving energy, receiving it, but now it's kind of that team first mentality and bricks, like we're building. And so I think we're getting there at the right time, you know, with conference tournament coming up. If as long as we get to our peak now, we're okay. It doesn't matter what happened early on. So I think it's exciting. We're definitely on an upward trajectory, for sure. So
in terms of preparation, as far as say watching film, adjusting to things in practice, say after a loss, what's that process like for your team?
it's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. I mean, we're kind of past the point of like adjusting like specific things, I guess, like we do, in more like scouting what the other team is really good at, and then we try to like adjust our system to be able to defend that as best as we can. So like there's a team on a conference, Hartford, their biggest player is their middle, and she's awesome. So like the week before Hartford, it's learning how to adjust our block and our defense to shut her down, and then hopefully that game plan works. And like they have 2 pins that are pretty good too, so that game plan is hopefully going to put us in the best position to win that match. So it's more of like scouting their team and like trying to figure out how we beat them.
Yeah, we're really lucky. Our whole coaching staff, so we have our head coach Bells and our assistants Mark and Sarah, they spend like hours and hours scouting out the team we're going to play. They will watch every single point of volleyball they've played all season before each game, and they put together this awesome like 45-minute scouting presentation we watch before every game, with a breakdown of each player and their shot chart and their tendencies and what their defense looks like.
What they do in each rotation.
Yeah,
like,
and then how we're gonna block or how we're gonna scheme against each individual player on each individual set. So it's really technical, and a lot of teams don't necessarily have that, but we're so lucky that our coaches put all that time in, and I think that really helps us a lot.
Yeah.
Because there's 2 types of teams. There's the teams where it's like, this is how we play, and we're just gonna keep it us, and you can beat us or we'll beat you, or there's us where we're a lot more of a scheme team. It's like we're gonna stay true to ourselves, but we're also gonna, you know, try our hardest and make as many adjustments as we can to beat you.
Like,
to make
the most uncomfortable they can possibly be.
Yeah, exactly. Which I think is a big advantage of us, and we wouldn't be able to do that without our coaches. So.
And you know, success is when preparation meets an opportunity, and you know, capitalizing on that is definitely important for the longevity of a team. Not only during the season, but I feel like off season especially. How has that been for you guys?
Off seasons, I can't really speak much to an off season because I've had surgery like every off season, so that's all you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think one of the really cool things we were kind of talking about, like building the whole player in the off season, it's definitely all very technical training. So it can be honestly kind of frustrating because you're like, I feel like I'm doing good, and then it's like, your arm swing is, your arm just needs to be like an inch higher, and it's like, an inch higher, like, oh my gosh, I guess, how can I do that? Or like, you know, it's
flying
like
through
the
the air,
littlest
let me get
thing.
my arm an inch higher, no problem.
Yeah, so it can be kind of frustrating, but you definitely see a lot of the results if you do go in and really grind throughout. So for us, it's the spring. So grind throughout the spring and really focus on technical training. But the other thing in terms of preparation is we really focus a lot on mental health, on nutrition, on lifting and recovering so that our bodies can be in the best shape that they can. And so in the off season, every week we have like a nutrition meeting. We do like mental health check-ins.
What else do we do?
We had like all these different
We did like a
meetings with
career
people.
planning one. Like it's just a bunch of like life things that they're trying. We did like a budget meeting because some of us live off campus. So grocery shopping, like how do you do that? How do you eat healthy? Like how do you best fuel your body as an athlete? So
it's a lot more than
really
just
cool.
like, okay, how can I hit the ball harder? It's also, okay, how can I eat right so my muscles recover from this hard lift that we had? Or even like in our lifts and conditioning, just like, it's not just, okay, you're gonna sprint, it's we're gonna do these like these push-off moves because that's the same move you're gonna do when you're hitting. So it's definitely like building the complete athlete, I think, and that's also has helped us be successful later on in the season, whereas a lot of teams that don't focus on that, you kind of die out because it's a lot. It's so much work. And if you don't fuel your body or get the right sleep, you're gonna struggle. You're gonna die out, kind of. So
it's very interesting to hear from both of you. So are you guys ready to get to the fourth sauce?
Let's do this thing.
You guys ready? All right.
Oh yeah.
Cool. So this one's called Da Bomb. Cheers. Napkin here.
Woo. Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, what hobbies do you girls have, and do you or any teammates have any hidden talents?
Oh, baby. 1 sec.
I'm sorry, I just have to laugh. I laugh when I'm in pain. It's
It's better than crying.
Wow.
Ooh, baby.
Okay. Can you repeat that?
What hobbies do you girls have, and do you or any teammates have any hidden talents?
Okay, hobbies.
Hobbies.
Time for hobbies.
What do I do for fun? I don't know.
We both like to read a lot.
I do read a lot. I like to read.
Yeah. Also, I'm from California originally, so I love to go to the beach. So, like in the summer. Wow. In the summer, every single day.
When going down.
Yeah, my tongue is on fire right now. Wow.
I think I should like keep milk in my mouth.
If you swish it around your mouth, that helps.
Okay,
Really?
thank you. But I love cooking. So moving off
me
campus.
too. Yeah.
Moving off campus, this is my second year. It's been the best because I've been able to like actually like it's kind of like therapeutic for me to just like sit down, like cook a meal. So I really like doing that. Like I have my Pinterest board with all my recipes on it. Something I put a lot of time into, and I really enjoy doing that.
Celery.
Yeah. Me personally,
Thank you.
I like music a lot. I'm kind of a music junkie.
That's awesome.
I have a record player. I like to get all of the old albums and stuff. I'm really into rock is my genre. And then my aunt, her prime was the 70s, and I think the 70s era is like the coolest music era. So I'm collecting records, and I like sometimes just like sit in my room and listen to music. So I guess that would be my biggest hobby. Hidden talents?
Let's see. There's a lot of dancers on our team.
There are. Like, I have a couple people that, like, they can really dance. Like, I'm like, and then you just sit there and you're like, hey.
Any players to mention?
Kendra Harlow.
Kendra Harlow. Shout out my girl.
Yeah.
So you said you're a big music listener. In terms of music, any specific bands from the 70s?
I love, oh my gosh. Well, Beatles is more 60s, but I do love the Beatles.
They're timeless.
Yeah, I love Aerosmith. Sorry. I'm trying to think of the albums that I just got from my aunt. She has like Men at Work and Duran Duran, which aren't really as much rock, but I do love them as well.
Right.
I love some Billy Joel. I really love them all. Like, I just love older music. I think it's really the beauty of like actually having instruments and like a band and everything. And I feel like today music is so like all about technology and like, I don't know, the rap and the R&B, like not really my thing either. Like I don't know, I like just like old classic like real music. So I don't really quite like when we play music in the locker room. I'm like, I don't know what the hell this is. Like.
So in terms of modern music, do any acts or bands or artists remind you of those old acts that you listen to?
We actually we won tickets to a concert this summer to see the Struts.
Okay.
they are like an 80s rock band kind of feel. Like
was
it was
so cool.
really fun. And we like just randomly, we
was
were
so
like
random.
walking a Dublin deck, right? Or no,
Heineken deck.
Heineken deck. I was
Okay.
like, Heineken deck down
Like
in
Pier 17.
Pier 17.
Okay.
And we were just walking, and this lady was like, "Hey, like, you want to take a picture? Like, you could win something." Like, we didn't even know what we were gonna
Yeah,
win.
like, all right.
And so we're like, "Sure, why not? We'll take a picture." And then she like clicks the submit button. She's like, "Oh yeah, you won. Like, go over there and you'll get your prize." And she gave us concert tickets like on a rooftop venue to the
That's
Struts.
awesome.
And
Yeah.
I was just like, "Okay."
You're like VIP.
Uh-huh.
It was so cool.
So the Long Island concert scene, there's a lot of cool places to go see shows. Have you guys been to shows in Long Island other than this, or?
I haven't actually. I want to though, cause what is the new place in Huntington? It's like the Paramount.
So the
or-
Paramount's been there, and it is in Huntington. They have a bunch of big acts, comedy shows. I know a couple years ago they had like Kevin James, Marilyn Manson performed there. I think Playboy Cardi performed there.
Wow.
There's a bunch of different types
Yeah.
of acts. Jones Beach is a great place to go see a show.
I've always wanted to go. I've never like
That's
actually
amazing.
pulled
I've
the trigger.
seen
Yeah.
3 concerts there.
Oh wow.
They have a
And,
lot of country music artists there, and I
Yes.
love country music. So
and it's right on the water too, so it's just got that like that nice aesthetic for a summer concert to
Yeah.
go with your friends or whatever. So, are you ladies ready for the lap?
Baby.
I just got calmed down.
So, if you girls could challenge any other team in Stony Brook athletics to take on the Hot Takes Gauntlet, who would it be?
I think I'll have to go with Stony Brook women's softball.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're pretty close with them. So I would love to see Riley and Melissa on here. It'd be so
I
funny.
think they'd be so much fun. Like, really.
And I wonder if they can handle the wings as well as we are.
I know. Actually, I'm kind of handling this one okay. I think I just like
I think
my now
it's starting
like
to hit
numb,
me.
you know what I mean?
Everything gets numb
Yeah.
after this. It used to
This
be.
one like really hit me, and now I'm like,
This one's absolutely disgusting.
okay, yeah. Because I was like, is this one supposed to be outer or?
It kind of hitting me now though.
Because that one hit me like a ton of bricks.
Warning: this sauce is extremely hot. Keep out of reach of children. Consume 1 drop at a time with extreme
Oh,
caution.
definitely
Oh,
more
1
than
drop.
Doing great, guys.
I didn't know that was a rule. Damn. All right. Well, so
Proud of us, but yeah, women's softball.
any
They're
other
a
teams
great
that
time.
you would want to challenge?
Let's
Any other
see.
I would personally
people
challenge.
who work in athletics?
Ooh. I love to see Cam Boone on here.
Oh my
Cam
gosh.
Boone.
Yeah.
Cam Boone would be great.
He would
Shout
be-
out Cam. Cam, if you're watching this right now, you gotta come on here and do these with me.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh,
he's
man.
an upstate New York boy. He's from Rochester. So am I. So
there we go.
We relate in that sense. So
Oh, it just hit me.
It's coming. It's just like in waves.
it's a gradual build up.
It
All right.
is.
So ladies, I'd like to thank you for coming on Hot Takes today, taking
so
on the
very
Hot Wings
welcome.
Gauntlet like a champ.
No problem.
So thank you very much.
Champs do like champs do.
Yes.
So good luck with the rest of your season going into tournament and
you.
playoff
Thank
play.
you.
Wish you the best of luck to you and your team. So you're watching USG Hot Takes with the women's volleyball team with Liz Pulver and Jordan Gels. I'm your host, AT Bianco. Thank you for watching.
Oh my god.
Crushed
Good
it.
job,
Can I have
ladies.
some celery?
Yeah.
Knuckles.
Oh.
Celery and blue cheese time for sure.
You're watching USG Hot Takes, the hottest show on campus.